Hello everyone and welcome to my little tech demo of my VR multi-pack of games. Give me one sec here while I grab my hands. There we go. Okay, so pretty much this is my little VR project that I've been working on for quite some time now. I thought I'd go over it a little bit in a video, kind of explaining what I've been up to and showcasing my progress. So technically I guess you can call this a dev blog or whatever I've been calling them anyways. So as you can see, there's a connect button here. We can actually click on the connect button and that's going to bring us into a character select screen. So the reason why there was a connect button is because this is actually hooked up to the Photon network. So this game is actually playable with friends, and if you want to try it with some of your friends as well, you can click on the link and that will take you to a WebVR page, and then that WebVR page will basically get you to where I am right now, which is kind of cool. Okay, so besides that, we can select the character. So there's a couple characters we can select between. There's the default avatar, the red avatar, and the blue avatar. Just for this game here, I think I'm going to go with the red one. So I'm going to go red, click select. It's then going to put me into the, I guess, map selection here. So as you can see, this is why I'm calling it the multi-pack, because I'm planning to have different VR experiences here. Right now I have only the VR park set up, but the VR zombie game will be coming hopefully in the next video. So just for now, I'm going to select VR park. It's going to load me in quick. And while it does this, there's one thing I need to do here. Let me just close this here, just because it's technically still a dev build. Okay, there we go, and I'm now in VR Park. So, yeah, so basically I've just been testing out a bunch of things in here. I decided to just make it into like a little, I guess, tech demo, which I found to be pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm just going to kind of go over some things in here, and then that'll pretty much be the video. So let's start off with this table here. I have a couple of different tables set up around the world, but we'll start with this one. So first I started off by testing different movement types that you can set on objects in VR. So I just set them to blocks. So we have the three different types here. Oops, let me back up in real life. Yeah, so all these blocks are everything rather in this project. It has physics attached to it. So everything's going to be affected by physics, which is quite nice. So I can pick up the block and I can throw it over there. It's going to go flying. And these are just all different movement types when it comes to blocks, as you can see here. This block's going to interact a little bit different from this block when we're moving. Kind of hard to see, but yeah, so I just thought it'd be cool to actually visually see it. Again, we have some objects here as well, so I can pick up this axe and I can begin to, you know, mess around with the blocks here, send them flying. And then if I wanted to, I can attach it to my player and I'll bring the axe with me, why not? Yeah, so as you can probably already see, I've been testing around with some snap point zones in VR. So if I take an object and I attach it to the zone here, it's going to snap just as it did with my player here, and I can take it off and put it back. Something pretty popular I've been finding in a lot of VR games actually is these little snap point zones on the character, whether it's on the belt or the back or even the head even. Yeah, I've been seeing that quite a bit. Yeah, so it's pretty much this table here. We'll go explore over here real quick. So also been testing some UI features, so for instance like buttons and sliders and drop down menus and all that type of stuff, right? Also interactions with the line renderer. So as you can see here, this cube, or not this cube, the sphere, I don't know why I said cube, is turning green whenever I decide to interact with it, and I can roll it around. I can grab my axe and I can kick it, which is kind of cool. Again, one thing I've been kind of doing but haven't really showcased just yet is actually the teleportation. So in a lot of VR games, you can click on a button here, and it will actually show a little indicator, and then once you release, your character is going to teleport there. Another little thing I've been working on as well, as you can see, there's a nice little particle effect. And I'm hoping to bring most of the stuff in here into the VR games that I'm planning to make in the near future. Definitely the teleportation. And another thing too is I can also just move, as you probably already noticed. I can rotate my character and move just using the standard controllers. So I know when it comes to VR, motion sickness is a huge thing. So I thought, why not give the player two options, whether they want to move continuously or with the teleportation. And then I just have a little ramp set up here, which is quite nice. But yeah, so anyways, another thing too is I was also working on a little bit more advanced things. So this is more of my intermediate table here. So for instance, I have an AK here. And as you can see, I can take the AK and I can extend it out, which is kind of cool. And one thing you saw real quick is that I actually have this force grab here. And I can use two hands to kind of fire off the AK, like so. Let me get rid of this axe just for now. Yeah, so again, I can have things snapped to my hand, which is quite nice. And I can actually two-hand this AK, just so it functions a little bit like how an actual AK would function. Another thing I have here is wearables. So one cool thing is I have this hat here, but I can attach it to my player, but along with attaching it to my player, I can also attach it to my head. So if I walk over here now, let's see. Oh, there I am. Nice. And it's right on my head just like that. And I think it looks pretty stylish. And I can also take it off and put it on my character as well, which is quite nice. And I actually have two here. I'll put it on that one there. Oh, but I think there's already something there. Is there? Oh, no, there's not. So I think it's only one that we'll snap to right now. I'll take a look at that later. Let's get rid of that. Along with that, as you saw, I had the standard pistol over there. I also decided to work on a little bit more of an advanced pistol, which is I found to be pretty cool. So if we take a look over here, I have this pistol, and I can, when I press the button, it will fire. And this has about 8 bullets in it, so let me fire off all 8 bullets real quick. Alright, and there we go. So now I'm officially out of bullets, and you can hear that little click there, meaning that I don't have any bullets in there. So let's take out the magazine real quick, and let me replace it with one of these. There we go. And we can see that even when I'm about to fire it, it's still not going to go, and that's because I need to cock it back first. After I cock it back, it will then begin to fire, which I found pretty cool. Considering that my next game is going to be a zombie game, I thought, why not, take the gun and make it just a little bit more advanced. And the last thing I want to show before I go over there is this paint mechanic. So one thing that really intrigued me about VR when I first saw it a couple years ago was the painting. So for instance here, I can select a color and I can paint, which is pretty cool. I can do yellow, I can do whatever color I decide to put my brush on. So white, red, green, like so. And as you can see, I'm not much of an artist. But yeah, I found this real cool. This is something that I took from Steam VR. I saw it when you're in the little hub area there. I thought it would be pretty cool if I implemented it, even though I don't think I'm going to use it, but definitely pretty cool. And then I was also messing around with some other things like levers and doors and drawers. So I can come here, grab the lever, and move it in a direction, and it will move. I can do the same with the drawer here, and the door as well, which I found to be pretty cool. The last thing in this section is just over here. I also decided to work on anchor point zones as well. So I can just click, and no matter where I click on the square here, it's always going to anchor me to the center. Just like that. But let me get out of there. And the last thing I want to show is right over here. And this is a rock climbing zone. So actually, this is I've taken the inspiration for this from a game called The Climb. I think by Ubisoft, it was made by. And I honestly think fitness and VR are two things that really go hand in hand with each other. Especially like even games that aren't necessarily fitness games like Beat Saber or Pistol Whip. I honestly find I probably sweat more in those games than actually on a run sometimes. So I thought this is really cool. So I made a little rock climbing thing here. And as you can see, I can climb up the rocks. And once I get to the top, hello, I can just jump down. And I found that to be pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm probably going to be adding more things to this. This is more so just like a little test area, to be honest. It's where I've just been testing out things, and eventually I'm going to plan to take some of these things and move them into the zombie game. So if you're interested in playing this project here along with the zombie game, hopefully by the time you watch this video, all 3 of my little projects will be done. So you can download the project in the description. Or it should also be on WebVR as well, so if you want to go to WebVR, you can play it there. And you can also play with your friends too, because it's hooked up to the Photon network. And I was actually playing with some of my friends a little earlier, but I feel like it's kind of hard to find people with VR headsets nowadays, even though the Quest 2 is so popular. Okay, so besides that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. There's definitely going to be more to come, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, now I got to turn it off. Alright, bye-bye.